question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning NFC champs and the football team. Next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington football team. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. As we get set to watch Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss on that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
On third down, Rosen. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Rosen on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. It's brought in by Harris. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 22 carries, 89 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
They run on second down with Adams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, this is Adams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Rosen to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Washington.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. With the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Here's Rosen.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Rosen. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Moss. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Moss with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they've lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. A handoff. Adams running left. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That might be it right there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Washington ready to try again on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Here's Adams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Clifton buying time to his left. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets it down to the 32. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking to throw. Clifton. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, and the 49ers have now taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground with Adams, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. Yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Josh Rosen heading back out, the focus of our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Washington. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Rosen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Adams, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st down, Adams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Clifton. And that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Clifton forced out to his left. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Finding Knox there, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Making it happy, Cafu.
And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. That's out to the flat for Gibson. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 79 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll run again with Adams. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run on first down. It's Adams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And fights through one man. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. Touchdown, 49ers! A great effort there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Rosen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And all the way down to the 5. A huge play there for Washington. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rosen will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On 2nd and goal, Rosen. That is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
3rd and goal, Rosen. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st down, Adams pushing his way through, and he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for the Niners. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. They'll run on 1st down. It's Adams, and he'll take this one down to the 36. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. Adams. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down now, it's Adams. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looking to throw. Clifton escaping the pressure right. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
Hey, good job, baby, good job.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there.